YouTube. If you don't know me, I'm Jen. I make little vlogs, if you will, on the internet. I usually do it in a time where I want to share a memory. It's kind of like a digital diary. And I just really enjoy making videos when I have the time to just share my vibes on the internet, I guess you would say. But this video is more of like a sit down chat video because I am planning a trip to Europe, and I thought, who better to ask than the internet? So I have been wanting to go on this trip for years. Like, I want to say it's been in conversation for maybe 5 years, and due to lots of different circumstances and then COVID and things like that, obviously it hasn't happened. But yeah, I am going to Europe next year in, I believe it's their spring into autumn, no, spring into summer, maybe. I think so. So that's really exciting. I have booked my tickets. It was my 21st gift from my mum, which was really nice. And we're gonna go together overseas and do a month of traveling, and then I'm gonna stay over there for an undecided amount of time and work and just have a good time. It's kind of forms as a gap year type of thing, as I am finishing my undergraduate degree in December this year. I'm gonna take a year off before I do my master's degree, or maybe even longer, depending on how I'm feeling at the end of next year. So yeah, I thought, let's film a video about my itinerary, what the vibes are, and if you guys have tips, tricks, suggestions, let me know. Yeah, okay, let's get into the itinerary. So, itinerary-wise, we're starting in London. So we're going from Australia. I think we have a stopover in Dubai, and then we're touching down in London so I can drop off my stuff to wherever I will be working and staying before we go traveling, if that makes sense. So stopping in for one night in London, I think, and then obviously circling back after the trip. And then from London, we're going to Paris for a couple days, then Bruges, which is in Belgium, for a couple days, and then from Bruges, we're gonna stop into Brussels, and then from Brussels, go to Cologne, I'm not sure how you say it, and my Australian accent is probably ruining, I guess, the name of these countries. Hold on, there's a very strange activity happening outside the window. That's all sorted. So we're stopping into Brussels, and then from Brussels going to Cologne in English, or Köln in German. It's Colonge. Cologne. Okay, so we're staying in Cologne for one day, and then we're getting an overnight train to Prague, which is very exciting. And then I think we're thinking of staying in Prague for 2 days, and then from Prague to Salzburg, and then Salzburg to Verona in Italy, and then we're spending one night in Verona. Again, it's more of like a stopover, and then Verona to Venice, then I think 2 days in Venice, and Venice to Florence, 2 days in Florence, and then we're having a day trip in Cinque Terre, depending on where you're from is how you'll pronounce it. but I think I'll add photos of everywhere that I'm going either now or later to help you. And then from Cinque Terre, we're going to Nice for a night, and then potentially either to Geneva if we have time, or a flight back to London, because then in the UK we want to visit Brighton, which is like the beachside town, and then we also want to visit Bath, which is I believe more northern United Kingdom, and then back to London for 2 nights, and then I say goodbye to my mum and she heads home, which is kind of crazy to say and a little scary, but that's okay. But yeah, so that's the itinerary. So far all we have booked is the plane ticket. We have like 2 lots of accommodation booked, and others we've like scoped around and made lists. We still haven't booked, I have like a list of what we haven't booked yet. We still haven't booked the like train stuff yet. If you're watching this and have done the train around Europe, it would be amazing to know what do you think about the Eurail. It would be amazing to know what you guys think about the Eurail pass. So that's like, I think we're thinking of doing like the 15-day pass where you get like unlimited travel on your 15 travel days. But then you also have to pay seat reservation on some trains and things like that. We could also, I was also thinking like do a smaller Eurail pass and then doing buses on the shorter journeys. I think it's called like FlexiBus or something like that. FlixBus, they're like green buses, and they're relatively cheap, but I will have to hear what you guys think if you're watching this. It would be absolutely amazing to hear your recommendations, because I've never been to Europe before. I've only ever really been to like Indonesian countries and America once, but that was like when I was quite young. So I have never traveled outside of Australia as an adult before. So it's very exciting. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to add. Maybe I'll put up what I'm thinking of doing, like my interests in each place. Like I am obviously interested in the arts and culture side of lots of these places because I am studying drama and music, so naturally they're my interests. So a lot of the things that I want to go to are like different museums, art galleries, theatres, different cultural places, just cool, quirky little things. Obviously touristy things as well, because we've never been, and that's just like a rite of passage of seeing the touristy monuments. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, let me know. I'll probably do a little breakdown of what we're thinking of doing in like the major places. But then from there, it'll just be more planning and then updates later, and then little vlogs hopefully from each place that I'm going to. That's what I want to do. I want to do like a video, like a travel vlog, I guess, of my little trip for memories and things like that. But yeah, consider this the inception of the European travel series, if you will. But yeah, I'm very excited, and I'm going to be continuing to make videos while I'm here in Australia for the next 7 months, I believe it is, maybe 8. But yeah, I will see you when a new video comes out.